one of our friends was here from Denmark, and we moved the car to a place in Lüneburg where I live, and we had something to eat, and then we discovered that the left outside mirror of that car was damaged. Like someone took some pointy force to the mirror. It was broken.
Yeah.
And that is a bit, let's put it that way, it's a bit, too many coincidences battered around one issue. You see what I mean? And
and they did that in America. I think it was in America.
I'm quite convinced. And if they had gotten to us, they would have beat us up. I'm quite sure about it, because it gets more and more violent. That was the situation, and now we're recovering from the blow that many of the lesbian women let us down. And some of them actually said they find it, they don't really want to go to a political demonstration. I mean, where do they think they're living, right? I mean, it is a political demonstration. If you go on the street and you say, I'm a woman.
What are the lesbians saying now? That they're just not going to come out again?
Well, they actually, they spread the news that we are nasty bitches on Facebook. And so many women withdrew because they didn't want to be connected with the right wing.
Yeah, I can understand them being angry about that, but I can't understand why they'd be angry with you about it, or any of the women that carried on. Because you can't control them.
No, of course we can't. They are actually, to be honest, I am not quite there yet. I have changed. I would not have gone with the idea of Judith reporting about that 2 years ago. But the times have changed. We're not in the 70s anymore. We can't afford this cherry picking. And they were actually saying something like, "Oh, we don't want press. We just want to have a party, like real lesbians." And well, they're friends with women who support the trans all the time. They are not in the fight, really. Honestly, I had thought about not going because of them, and then they withdrew their support, and I said, well, now I will go, definitely. Those women who withdrew their support actually said, though they were in the organizing group, they said they don't want to be seen as TERFs. And I thought, what the fuck do you think you're doing if you go out there and you say women don't have penises? Then you are automatically a TERF. You can't go to a lesbian, pro-lesbian, just lesbian, women event and say I'm not a TERF. What do you think will happen? They're stupid. And they've got the moral high ground. And
do you think it's because the youth of the LGBTQI orgs have taken up all the talk about it, and therefore they can't possibly be these really evil, nasty people?
The women who withdrew are old ladies who are in the movement for 40 years. Oh my God!
I have a couple of what's his names about this as well, and it's about the whole left-right thing. Because there's one like, the feminist issue there and the lesbian issue, and it's almost like if you're a lesbian, you're supposed to automatically be on the left. If you're a feminist, you're supposed to automatically be on the left, because all feminist literature is done on that sort of like class analysis basis. And what my what's his name was is, why can't lesbians just be young lasses living their life without having so much political pressure put upon them to have an opinion about all these issues before they're even had more than a couple of relationships? Another interesting thing I heard I was in a space the other day with a group of black lasses. I don't know whether they were lesbians or not, but one of them turned around and said about the problem with white feminism is they don't care about us black women. They care about everybody else in every country, and everyone else outside, but not black women in this country. And I thought to myself, that's really interesting, because I have felt that in this country as a white woman, that our feminists don't give a shit about the trouble that the women in this country have. You know, the poor women in this country don't give a shit about us. But anybody outside is exotic and interesting, and, you know, that's all a big deal.
Exactly.
So
they let us down.
Oh,
they let us down who we want to walk.
Thank you.
And at the same time, they talk about femicide and the Afghan women and the Iran women and all, and they let us down. I don't know how to do it.
I'm really glad that I've spoken to you about this, because, you know, you're in Germany, I'm in England, and these were young lasses from different places in America. And the other thing is that's interesting, one of the things that I've seen more often among poor people than wealthy people is how quick poor people are to give what they've got to help others. Yeah, so if you get like feminist groups standing up and saying, "Oh, we need money for this, we need money for this," you know, poor people will put their hand in their pocket, especially poor women will put their hand in their pocket as much as they can to help whoever it is. And I think one of the things I like about this movement is it's given me more opportunities to be more diverse in who it is I'm supporting, and more sort of like choice, whether I choose to support this, that, or the next thing, according to how I feel about the people receiving the money and the benefit, not how I feel about the actual movement.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm actually shocked. I'm still kind of in shock, because I don't know what to do now, how to go about it. It really.
Well, whatever's going to be best to make it easy for you in your local area and your day-to-day living your life. That's, you know, stay on the right side of the people that are closest to you and the people that you need. Did you see what happened when Kelly J had started having on her tour, the second tour? Well, actually, it was her first tour. But when she was having some good press coverage, right, and getting media stuff, and then the feminists over here in the UK started creating shit again, and, you know, causing a lot of shit that didn't need to be caused. And from as far as I'm concerned, the feminists doing what they've done in this country, a handful of them, has actually, you know, incited things and made things worse, because they've legitimised what the TRAs are saying. The feminists that could have really got behind this are so much more concerned about their reputation and their guilt by association. They're so concerned about that they have to foist it on everybody else.
Don't you wish we could just collectively overthrow something and be like, all right, like they're all children, like, line up, it's time for you to go to fucking bed and we're in charge now. Can you imagine if we could just get a whole world all together and get the finances figured out and get everybody fed? Just imagine, somebody should make a movie about that. That's like a fantasy world where women just get it figured out.
Yeah, you were a bit late to the party. I just told the group that what happened on the real Dyke March in Berlin Friday.
You know, it really makes me think, you know, how fucking dare they, like, to not even be like, please, could we please maybe be like, you know what I mean? It's not that at all. It's like browbeating, word taking it, everything. I don't give a shit what you say. It didn't even come from a place of womanhood, let's say, you know, of softness, as they say, and the delicacy, as they say, you know, please, could we come to an agreement? Could we please, no, it was taken at all costs. What a very feminine thing to do, right? All of those female conquerors we've had in our history, that's just so up our womanhood alley. These fucking men. We haven't even begun to see the fallout from this.
The problem with the sort of the guilt by association with the right wing thing is, I think it is actually pushing people that would naturally kind of be sort of like left of centre further to what people are calling the right,